back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Kay, and together with my husband Dan and our toddler Logan, I create Disney, travel, family, lifestyle vlogs. We recently took an incredible trip to Walt Disney World in Florida, and all of those vlogs are up on my channel now, so be sure to head across there and watch them, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And my son has made himself comfortable, so that is absolutely fine. We'll see how long that lasts. So today I thought it would be fun to do a best and worst of Disney World. I don't know if we'll agree on quite a lot of this or not, so it'll be quite interesting to hear Dan's answers too. But I thought it would be a bit of fun and a bit of a reflection on our trip. So here we go, first topic. Oh, Logan's just dipping his biscuit in my tea.
Mmm.
Yummy. Okay, so the first question I've kind of split into two categories. So we're going to do best and worst roller coaster and best and worst ride that isn't a roller coaster. Best roller coaster in Disney World.
So we're doing best roller coaster first.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably agree on that one.
Yeah. You can go first.
Okay, best roller coaster, Cosmic Rewind.
Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind.
Yeah.
Definitely the best roller coaster.
Very, very fun. Good, fun story, great visuals. You get music, which is cool.
And you get a different track each time. I don't know how many there are, but each time you go on, you might get a different track. It was great, wasn't it?
I thought we'd agree on that.
Yeah, and we rode that twice, didn't we, during our trip, because it was so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the worst roller coaster?
Mm.
I'll say now, if we're including Universal, Flight of the Hippogriff, it was awful. It was not great.
Big letdown.
But we're not. We're focusing on Disney World. Do you want me to go first?
Okay, you go first.
In terms of expectations, Mine Train, because that is one of those rides that everyone says you need to like get there really early or rope drop. But it was really short. Like, it was quite fun, but I don't get why it's like top tier ride hype. It's nothing compared to like Guardians or things.
I was actually going to say Mine Train as well, but just because I can't remember it.
Yeah.
Like at all.
I don't know for me, because Dan rode with our friends and I rider swapped after. I don't know for me, it's because I did it on my own, so it was like less fun. Okay, so final answers. Worst roller coaster.
I'll just go Mine Train because I forgot. Well, I can't remember it, so it kind of stuck with me that well.
I think I'll say the same. Next question.
Next question. Best ride, non-roller coaster. This is actually tricky. I think we're probably going to be along the same lines. I'm torn between two.
Yeah, I'm torn between two, but I think I do have an answer.
The two that I'm torn between are Flight of Passage and Rise of the Resistance. Same?
Yes, I was torn between those, but Flight of Passage for me personally.
Flight of Passage I had more of... Hello, darling. Hello, baby. Flight of Passage I had more of an emotional response to. Rise of the Resistance I thought was more impressive.
Sure.
I think that's how it breaks down.
Rise was just a vast experience.
It was incredible. Yeah, it's an incredible feat.
But I mean, we rode Flight of Passage 3 times, and every time the emotion really hit me. And I think if someone was like, "You can teleport to Disney for 1 hour, what are you gonna do?" I would be riding Flight of Passage. So I think that says a lot.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Cool. And worst non-roller coaster.
Okay. I can't remember ever really being disappointed in Disney.
Okay.
What's your answer? Just give me your answer.
Okay,
I'll
I
keep
can't
thinking.
remember what it's called, but I've got an
thinking about
answer.
it.
The like space like Dumbo.
Oh, what's that called?
Orbitron? Is that one?
Astro Orbiter?
Astro Orbiter. It was very odd. One,
Okay.
because you had to get this weird little lift up to it, and it felt like only like 5 people got to go up at a time.
That was weird.
So it took a really long time to get up. And the pods were really small.
Very small. They felt very rickety.
Yeah.
You didn't feel super secure in them.
No. Like, you'd think like all of these Dumbo rides would basically be the same when you were sitting in it, but it wasn't. Like, the views were quite nice.
I did find it kind of
I
fun,
think it was
actually.
quite short.
Yeah. I did think it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, like, considering I have done Dumbo several times in different parks, we did Aladdin in the other park. It was definitely, like, the most underwhelming for me personally, and just, like, the whole setup was a bit odd.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good answer, but I don't think it's my answer. I might go Maybe Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
What was it called? Was it just called Winnie the
The
Pooh?
Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I mean, it was good. I just didn't have the same emotional response to it as I do for like Pan and Little Mermaid and those kinds of like story rides.
Yeah, the cart was quite fun because you were in a honey pot.
No, I'm just gonna stick with Winnie the Pooh. Next question.
Best and worst land.
Okay, I have a clear answer. I don't think about this much.
Go for it. Best land.
Best land, Pandora. Hands down.
Yeah.
Hands
Me
down.
too.
Hands
Very,
down.
very closely followed by Galaxy's
Galaxy's
Edge, but Pandora. Oh, again, Avatar, Pandora.
In the same way
everything about
the
it.
same way that I had the most emotional response to Flight of Passage, Pandora just hit me here
Yeah.
more than Galaxy's Edge. I love Galaxy's Edge. The theming is incredible, and you feel so immersed.
Yeah.
But I just love Pandora.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
And worst.
Just so mad.
Worst land.
The Dino Land or whatever you call it in Animal Kingdom.
It was really strange. It felt quite cheap.
Yeah.
It felt not like something you'd get at Disney.
It felt very old. It felt like it was in dire need of an update. It felt very empty.
Yeah.
I think maybe there was something missing. I don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
Park. This is going to be really hard.
I have no sort of answer
Best
to
and
this.
worst park. This is really, really hard. Because every park has something incredible going for it.
Yeah. Like Magic Kingdom is Magic
Magic
Kingdom.
Kingdom is Magic Kingdom.
You can't go to Disney without going to Magic Kingdom. But Magic Kingdom doesn't have like a top tier roller coaster. But each other park has like a big ride. Animal Kingdom, you've got Flight of Passage.
And the whole of Pandora.
Yeah.
And Navi River, which I adore.
Yeah. Hollywood Studios, you've got all the like the classic rides like Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller, and then you've got Toy Story Land and all the rides there, and then obviously you've got Galaxy's Edge with Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run and all that.
Yeah.
And then Epcot is just like a whole experience in
Loved
itself,
Epcot.
and obviously
Yeah,
Epcot
I
also
really love
has
Epcot.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. I think best park I've got to be tied between Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. I think. Just because Animal Kingdom has Pandora, it has Everest, which was a really good ride. I really like the overall theming of Animal Kingdom. I liked all the animal stuff. Like the safari was really cool and really fun. Logan really liked it. I think overall it's a really cool park. And Magic Kingdom is just Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
I have very fond memories of it with Logan running around on our first day. And
Yeah, the castle and the blue sky.
yeah, it's
and
just
the parades and the
yeah,
fireworks.
it's Magic Kingdom. It's magic. It's
Yeah.
just magic.
Yeah.
It's magical. The worst isn't like worst is by a fraction. They're all up here, but I think overall, in terms of like overall theming, maybe Hollywood is my least favorite. Like there's
You've
some
got
of the
Toy
rides.
Story Land.
I
and
know,
you've got Galaxy's
but if you
Edge.
take that out, because I know those are just portions of that park.
Yeah.
Like when you're overall talking about like the Hollywood theming,
vibe. I guess that's how
and
it
stuff.
was, and it's kind of
yeah,
grown
it's
from there,
just not.
hasn't it?
That's not as interesting to me.
Yeah.
But it has some really great rides, and it has Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land, both of which are fab. But I don't know. I don't think I could put Epcot at the bottom.
It's really hard. I think it really depends what mood you're in as well. Like if you want to go and like ride rides, I think Hollywood Studios is amazing because you can like smash out a lot of big rides.
Yeah.
But if you want to kind of just go for the experience of the day, like Epcot has so much going for it, and especially like the different festivals they have through the year. Like one of the desperate reasons I want to get back to Disney is I want to experience the other festivals in Epcot. But yeah, I really struggle with this question.
Gotta give an answer.
I'm gonna regret whatever I say as soon as I say it.
I know. I'll say here, but
I can't remember what you said.
I tied them. I had a joint first place for two different reasons.
Yeah.
So it's still hard. It's still
Yeah.
an impossible question, basically.
I think I'm gonna say best park, Animal Kingdom, because I love Pandora, like rides aside. And I also really loved Everest, but we'll get onto that later. Worst park.
You had a long time to think about it, because I talked for quite a while.
Yeah. I just don't think I could say Hollywood Studios.
So that means your worst park is either Epcot or Magic Kingdom.
Okay,
here.
I'm gonna take a bit of like a easy way out and say Epcot purely due to my personal experience.
That's cheating.
Because I got very, very ill in Epcot on our second day there. And that sucked. So I'm going to take an easy way.
That's so cheating.
I just wouldn't have, if I said any other park, I wouldn't have any sort of justification.
That's so cheating, though. I had to answer. I could have said that too, because I still got covered in vomit that day.
Yeah. I'm going to say Epcot anyway, but I absolutely love Epcot and I can't wait to go back. Sorry, guys.
Cheating. I'm outraged.
Okay,
I'm
next
outraged.
question. What's next?
I'm outraged by that. Best and worst nighttime show. So by that we're just competing between the Magic Kingdom fireworks, Enchantment, not Enchanted, that's a film.
Yeah.
Enchantment, Animal Kingdom, The Tree of Life, Harmonious at Epcot, and Fantasmic at Hollywood Studios.
Best, I would say Fantasmic, because I absolutely love that show. It's a bit different because it's like an arena seated with like a stage in the water, but I absolutely loved it. I was so glad we got to see it because Fantasmic only came back about a month or so before we went.
All right.
So yeah, that was incredible, and the music, and even like the music from before the show starts just like really hits me. Like I loved the Magic Kingdom fireworks. Maybe I'd feel differently if we'd seen Happily Ever After, which is coming back soon. But it was a close second, I would say, but I would go Fantasmic for best nighttime show.
I think I agree with that. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Magic Kingdom fireworks were great, very magical.
But
What are you doing?
Worst show?
Worst show, I suppose, Tree of Life, I guess. But just because it's a smaller scale thing.
Yeah.
Like it's not trying to be something big.
No,
There's
it's
no
not,
fireworks.
It's not a big evening show.
There's a very well sort of planned light projection onto the tree, which has like its own little narrative and stuff.
I guess one of the nice things about that show is that it's quite a bit earlier. I think it was like kind of dinner time, and there were fireworks, were there? So it was definitely more kid friendly.
Right, next one. This will be harder. Best and worst snack.
Ooh.
I don't have an answer for this off the top of my head.
I would say my best snack would have been the cheeseburger pods / spring rolls.
Yeah, I was maybe gonna say cheeseburger spring rolls as well.
Yeah.
Although also one that sticks out in my mind, I should have looked this up to tell you what it actually is. From the Sunshine Tree Terrace in Magic Kingdom, the fried pot stickers, which are pork and vegetable pot stickers with an orange sesame ginger sauce.
Love it.
That was really nice. That's one that did stand out to me as I was eating it. It was very, very tasty.
Yeah.
Super tasty. Super duper duper.
I was actually going to say my second would be the Dole Whip that we got from the same place. It was like orange and cream like mixed whip one. And I had another Dole Whip that holiday, and I think that was still my favourite one. So yeah, on the sweet end, that Dole Whip. On the savoury end, cheeseburger pods / spring rolls.
Yeah. Pot stickers for me.
Worst snack?
I have a suspicion we might agree on this one.
Yeah.
There's one that stands out in my head. And it's not that it wasn't nice, just a little bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Say it on 3?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Cheshire cattail.
Oh,
Yeah. Cheshire cattail.
Okay, I didn't
I think so.
Cattail.
Yeah, from the Cheshire Cat Cafe. People talked about these quite a bit. They kind of look cool. They are basically a chocolate twist with a bit of icing on top in like purple.
Purple pink.
They weren't that big. They were kind of warm. And
I've had far better chocolate twists before.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it was like much better than like a Costa or a Starbucks one.
You can get a better chocolate twist from M&S.
Yes, I wouldn't like jump to get it unless you really, really want it for Instagram.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, can we just circle back quickly on the best snack front?
Best snack, yeah.
I very much enjoyed my kakigori from Epcot.
Yes.
That was really nice.
Dan
so that's my sweet snack.
Hit up a few shaved ices.
I really enjoyed that.
Kakigori, so that's your number one.
Rainbow kakigori. That's my number one sweet, maybe.
Okay,
but
cool.
Number one savoury, they're still the pot stickers.
Nice. Good.
Sorry.
Next question.
Yeah, best and worst drink. Best and worst beverage.
I've got my answers.
I've got my best. I think we'll probably agree on the best.
Yeah.
Worst. Worst drink, because best is easy.
Why do we say best?
Okay, best.
Night Blossom.
Night Blossom from Pongu.
Pongu in Pandora. It was so
yummy.
good, we got it twice.
So yummy. You know how sometimes frozen drinks are quite hard to drink? Or they're a bit overly icy?
Yeah.
The Night Blossom was so smooth.
It was.
It was really good.
And the little, like, ball things.
The bobas.
Bobas were really good. All the flavours in it were great. Would recommend. Definitely
that was really
get
nice.
a nice
And very
blossom.
aesthetically pleasing as well.
Yes, very. Definitely good for the gram.
Worst drink.
I'll give you mine because it won't impact yours at all.
Oh, it's something I didn't have.
No.
Okay, go for it then.
Worst drink is the drink you got in China.
You can even...
I did taste it.
You tasted it, but that doesn't.
What is it? What's the thing
That doesn't
called
count.
again?
It was a lychee iced tea.
Yeah, I don't like lychee.
That doesn't count, though.
No, I think it counts.
No, it
Definitely
doesn't.
the worst drink in Disney World.
That doesn't count. That's me. That's like me getting a coffee and saying the worst drink in Disney World is a coffee because I don't like coffee.
But you were like, maybe you'll like it. Maybe this will change it for you, and it didn't. So I count that as my worst drink.
That's a cop out.
I do have a backup. If you don't want to accept that one.
I do not want to accept that one. What's your backup?
I wasn't wild about the coconut ice drink that we got before the Indiana
yeah,
Jones
you weren't
show.
that big a fan of that. I liked that. That was nice.
Which is interesting because you're not that big on coconut, but...
Yeah, no, that was nice. It was like a pina colada kind of.
I think it was just two.
No, I like that. Okay, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me.
Sorry, I thought it might.
Okay, I think I'll just have to go for by default because I think all the drinks I got in the parks were very nice. I think I'll have to go with that blue frozen lemonade we got in the Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
Just because it was just a blue frozen lemonade. It was one of these frozen drinks that was a little bit harder to drink. There was like more icy, not as smooth as the Night Blossom. So just a bit like, take it or leave it.
A little bit less magical.
It was nice. It was refreshing enough because it was a hot day. But, yeah.
Yeah. I'm up for that.
Fair?
Yeah, I think that's fair. What's
Next topic. Best and worst quick service meal.
So quick service meals are basically meals that one, you can't make a reservation for, you just have to turn up, and two, it's basically just casual dining. You go up to the counter, you order, and then you take your food away. There tends to be seating, it's just not like traditional dining seating, it's just casual. Okay, so I would say number one for me, experience, seating situation and food all combined.
I think we might agree on this.
Yeah.
Satouli's Canteen?
I was going to say Yak and Yeti.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, Yak and Yeti was really nice.
I really enjoyed Satuli Canteen.
Yak and Yeti
but
was really
the
nice.
queuing to get your food was all a bit odd.
Yeah, but...
Yeah. But I really, really loved the food in Yak and Yeti.
Yak
We got
and Yeti.
like the orange sesame chicken and then spring or egg rolls.
Pork egg rolls.
And like it was beautiful weather and we sat outside. There was so much seating, way more than I was expecting.
Is that for me?
And it was just a really enjoyable
Thanks.
meal. Like I definitely would have, like we went at lunchtime because we were going for dinner at Boma, but I definitely would have gone for a full meal there.
I think I'm gonna go Satouli's for Satuli Canteen for best. Food was great. The cheeseburger pods were a very nice experience.
Yeah.
And it's Pandora, so
yeah, and it's so nice to be able to go to Disney and eat like rice and chicken and vegetables.
Yeah, I really.
Like, it is like it was very refreshing and it was a decent amount of food.
I enjoyed that meal.
Yeah, and it was quite a cool vibe when you were actually seated.
Super cool vibe, and they played the like Avatar music, and that just hits.
Yeah,
hits for me.
I think that's fair. Worst
quick service. I would maybe, just based on what I ate and just the situation of that day, would be Pecco Bills. Pecco Bills. Because you weren't feeling super great, so you didn't eat anything. I just got nachos, which were nice, but it was just nachos.
Yeah.
I'm sure some of the other food there is great, but
I would
nothing-
definitely go back and redo that experience, but I would agree, I would say Pickle Bills, but partly because I didn't eat much at all, and I didn't look at yours and like really want to eat it, you know?
It was just a bit like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay, next on a similar subject, best and worst table service meal. I have my best.
Yeah.
I think you know what my best is. Worst is going to be hard because you put a lot of research into where we should eat, so we never ate anywhere that was disappointing.
Yeah. We
I
kind
don't
of knew what we were going into each time, didn't we?
Yeah. So starting with best, can I go?
Yeah.
Ohana.
Me too.
I just loved Ohana.
The whole experience was great. Again, like there's so much conflicting opinions on some of these like popular dining venues, but I loved the food. I loved the evening entertainment of the ukulele player. There's only characters at breakfast, just worth noting, but it was perfect for us.
Where's your whale?
I loved the vibe. We loved the Polynesian, didn't
Polynesian
we?
was
We
gorgeous.
really want to stay there one
Absolutely
day.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just the whole experience was great.
Yeah.
And it was it's like your
We got a
dolphin.
dolphin! Wow!
The whole experience was great. And it was so early on in our holiday as well. I think it was really magical.
Yeah.
Is that your whale?
We weren't used to the magic yet, so it just felt even more magical. And at one point, the chef, we think it's the chef,
He was in a white coat, so
came round all the tables to make sure that everyone was happy with their meal, and he chatted a bit longer with the tables of families, and that just, again, you just felt special, like in a place as big as Disney with so many places. And what was it he said to us? He was like, thank you.
He said, thank you for choosing us. I know you have millions of other choices.
And once you've been in Disney, you realise, yes, you actually do have millions of choices.
So many food options, it's unreal.
Yeah, but that was quite special.
That was
too.
great, yeah.
So worst dining experience?
Worst sit-in, what do you call it? Table service. Worst table service experience.
I have an answer if you want me to go first.
Okay, fine, go.
So I'm only saying this partly due to the amount of research I did and the feedback I got with people. This is a place that just sort of disappointed me in the moment, and that would be Tusker's house. Now, my explanation for this, Tusker House, the food was still amazing, but we did Tusker House after we did Boma, and they were both buffets. And when we went to Boma, the server came over and he kind of explained what was going to happen with the buffet and told us to go. But then when we went to Tusker House, the guy, I don't know, he was maybe just having a bad day, or he just forgot to sort of welcome us and tell us how it all worked there. And so we were a bit like, okay, let's just go up. We don't really know what we're doing or what's on the menu, or it was a bit odd because we did notice the table across from us, who had a different server, got much more of an introduction to the menu, more like what we got at Boma. We went to Tusker House after I was ill, so most of the food I ate after, I guess, I had a slightly different experience with because I couldn't eat as much. But it was still enjoyable. It just, I was expecting Tusker would potentially be my favourite meal of the holiday because of how people viewed it. Everyone was always like, get to Tusker House. Like, people have different opinions on a lot of the other places we went, like Be Our Guest, but everyone was like, Tusker House is incredible. I was a little disappointed, personally.
I don't think I agree with any of that.
That's all right. Maybe I was just put off by
you were put off by our introduction to the place by their server.
And me not being able to eat as much.
And you not being able to eat as much because of being still a bit poorly.
Yeah.
Which is fair, that's fair.
Yeah.
I thought the food was great.
Yeah.
The Boma was a nicer buffet on the whole, but that was still a very nice meal. And
I'm going to be insulted about any answer because I did all the fun jokes.
I might, again, this is like fractional, have to go Storybook dining at Wilderness Lodge.
Okay.
Just because there were some items on that menu that I didn't really like.
It was quite like almost fine dining.
It was almost fine dining. It was all like high quality, very nice, but some things just didn't hit for me personally.
I would say as well, the positioning of us in Storybook dining wasn't great.
We didn't have a good table.
We were in quite a weird corner, and like a lot of the characters come out, and they do kind of come around each of the areas, but a lot of the action happens in the middle, and we literally couldn't see any of that from our seat. You had to like come out.
Yeah, we felt a little cut off, I suppose. There was a tree quite nearby us as well, which cut our view.
So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed Storybook dining. It was quite like a one-off amazing experience.
It was.
And it wasn't a reservation I originally thought that we'd managed to even get.
Yeah,
but I think that's a fair answer.
I just think on the whole, every other restaurant we ate at, I loved all the food.
Yeah, that's fair. Cool. What's next?
Best and worst Epcot pavilion.
Yes.
I think you've included this on the list just so that we could slack the UK pavilion. Because that was the worst one.
Yeah, worst, I would say the UK pavilion.
I know, it's so funny.
There was no rides in the UK pavilion. They had like fish and chips and stuff, but there weren't like stalls in the same way. I don't think it was part of the arts festival, was it?
Yeah, so we didn't explore the UK pavilion as much as we explored some of the other pavilions.
Sure, yeah.
So that's a little disclaimer there.
Yeah.
But I think it's fair to assume that the pavilion of your home country will be of least interest to you as well.
Yeah.
But that being said, there wasn't much going on in the UK pavilion.
No.
It was quite small. There was the Rose and Crown restaurant, which our friends went to and did enjoy.
Yeah.
There was fish and chips, but I think that was it in terms of food. There wasn't a arts festival stall there, which there was in almost every other pavilion, I'm sure.
Yeah. One thing I'm a bit sad we didn't do is go into one of like the shops in the UK pavilion.
I know, we just
because
didn't feel
apparently
interested.
like they're like, you know, British biscuits and things cost a fortune, and it'd been quite funny to see that. I like the price of hobnobs and stuff.
Yeah, we should have, but we just, like I say, we just didn't feel inspired to explore it.
You want a treat?
So yeah, that's an easy worst.
Yeah. Best?
Best.
I think this is a hard one, but I do have an answer.
Okay, I think I know what your answer is, but I'm going to just discuss some of my thoughts out loud.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Why not?
France Pavilion had excellent food.
It did. We had a lot of food from France. Thank you so much. You going to get out the shots?
You're standing right in the way.
You can turn around so they can see your lovely face.
Mommy.
You want to say hello? You want to say hello?
You going to say hi?
Say hi.
Hi, YouTube.
France had amazing food, which stands to reason because it's France.
Yeah.
Japan was very nice. Japan had great food. We had a sushi donut, which was cool.
Yeah.
They
And
had
entertainment.
had katsura, which was super yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some Japanese drummers out, which was really cool. China was very nice, very well done. Norway has the Frozen ride,
Which is a really good ride.
which was great. Which is a really good ride, and we enjoyed looking around that area too. Morocco is what I think is your favorite.
It is my favourite.
Because it was very picturesque, and we had some nice times just running around there. Logan enjoyed it.
Morocco is beautiful. It's great for all your Instagram shots. We had a lovely photo pass lady there as well. Logan ran around. We got some really lovely footage of him just exploring. Yeah, when I think of Epcot, I think of Morocco.
Yeah, I knew that would be your answer.
Yeah.
I knew that would be your answer. Yeah, I think I would be between Morocco and Japan, just from what our experiences were.
Japan was great.
Japan was really great.
I really
It had
enjoyed
good food,
Katsura.
and it had a really nice view of Spaceship Earth from Japan, because I think it's like right opposite.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
I
fair.
don't know, did I just make that up geographically?
Okay, so another one. Best and worst memories.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Or like moment, you know, like
Okay, alright, that's...
memory moment, just...
Okay, given that it's Disney World, best is going to be very hard. Worst, super easy, because you don't have many bad experiences when you're in Disney World.
Yeah.
Except being thrown up on all over. Thrown up
Outside
all
the
over
Finding Nemo
Thrown
ride.
up all over on outside of Finding Nemo in Epcot.
Yeah.
That was very not fun.
Yeah.
A super stressful experience.
Yeah. Again, there is a full explanation of that on our day 9 and 10 vlog. So
That was no good.
get over there and find out what
That was no
happened. And best memory?
Best memory.
I'm going to answer that with the first time we went into Magic Kingdom. Not to be cheesy, but we got in for a rope drop.
It's pretty cheesy.
We had no plans to rope drop any rides. We were having a slow start. We just saw the castle. We had a Mickey cinnamon roll. And we just wandered, and it was so nice, and such a nice like first memory. And Logan was like running around right under the castle, and it was
lovely. That was magic.
It was like, yeah, okay, this is what this was all for. Do you want some of these? Tractors and car stickers.
Yeah, that was pure magic. As cheesy as that is,
it's true.
It's true.
I'm not just saying it for.
It was
the cheese factor.
A very, very fond memory. Probably a core memory.
Yeah.
Core memory going forward. Booga. Yeah, you know, I mean, I can't disagree with that.
I know. We're covered in stickers now, but this is what it takes to film a video with a toddler kicking around.
Yeah. I didn't really answer that. Yeah.
And then I have one more question. I'm not quite sure about the worst aspect of this, but what was like the best surprise for you? Like something that you weren't expecting to be as great or enjoyable as it was.
Best surprise?
Yeah. I have an answer for this.
First, well, okay, I don't know if this is my answer. The first thing that comes to my head is the pizza at the resort was surprisingly amazing.
So good, and actually the price wasn't that bad given it really did go round.
I thought we were going to have just a pretty mediocre pizza. So good.
It was
That was such a good pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a great pizza. It's a pretty lame answer though to that question.
No, that's alright. Can I give one of mine?
Yeah, go for it. You clearly have an idea in your head, hence asking the question.
Expedition Everest.
Everest was a great ride.
Wasn't expecting it to be as great as it was, because it's not like one of the top rides, it's just like one of the rides people do. We did it twice, and the first time we did it, I just had so much fun, and it was just surprisingly great. Like, it's kind of probably my favourite, like, non-top tier ride. If you're going by, like, the old Fast Pass system of, like, tier 1 and tier 2 rides, I think it's tier 2, and it would be my favourite out of those for sure.
I thought a very pleasant surprise was Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train.
Yeah.
Because I had no idea what to expect going in. I just was expecting a kind of kids roller coaster ride kind of thing. Just by the name, Runaway Train, you're thinking it's going to be a roller coaster. Mm-hmm. And our friends Darren and Emma went on it before we did, and raved about it and said it was incredible and they wanted to go on it again.
I think they had by the time we got on it.
And I kind of, when they said that, I was like, really?
No. Yeah.
Really? What's so great? What could be so great about this? And it was not what I was expecting at all, and it totally blew me away.
Yeah.
With the technology and the theming and the execution. Yeah. Was all just really well done, and you'll if you watch the video where we go on that for the first time, you can tell.
Dan was loving it.
I absolutely loved it.
He's just like, wow, this is so cool.
Yeah, that was a really quite a pleasant surprise, like a real pleasant surprise. Like, not that I was expecting a bad ride, but that's not what I was expecting. No. I wasn't expecting something so impressive. Yeah, don't skip that if you don't have kids. Don't skip it. It's still a really worthwhile ride to do. It's so worth doing. And I think if you're into like old Mickey Mouse cartoons, there's probably a little bit of nostalgia there too. Yeah. I think that's all the questions. I think so. That was fun, wasn't it? Thank you. Yeah. So we have no immediate plans to visit any of the Disney parks right now, sadly, but we have plenty more Disney content coming for you soon, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of that. In the meantime, head across to our channel and catch up with the Disney vlogs. There's like 14-15 episodes on there for you, and make sure you give this video a like, and we'll catch up with you again soon. Bye!